But I encourage you to try to learn from the positions you find yourself in most common. I told this all the time. I wanted to be the best closed guard armbar guy ever because that armbar from the guard was really famous 18 years ago when I started, right? But I wasn't good at it. I was a big dude, so everybody turtled up when I tried to pass, so I had to get really good at like quad chokes, lapel chokes, because I found myself there all the time. And then I had to organically grow from that position. And then as I did that more, my jiu-jitsu was getting a bigger and bigger footprint. I was able to come back in and refine some of those other things and develop the things that I wanted in the beginning. But maybe I just wasn't ready to, right? My body maybe needed something that my mind didn't know, right? So we're going to take this position now, and since I think this is a natural position to make, we're going to make the best of it. If I can go there and I know the most common reactions and I just plan for the most common 2 or 3 reactions and I drill those a lot, I'm going to have a great advantage, right? So you're going to get somebody one day who doesn't do those first 2 or 3 common things, but you're so good at the first reversal, the most common way they stop it, and the second most common way, troubleshooting what comes after that becomes much easier. If you can only make the grip and you struggle with the first one, you don't have a backup plan if the first one goes bad, or a backup plan if the second one goes bad, then anything that comes along that's not the most common things, it's going to be even more extraordinarily difficult. It's just like compounding pressure on you, right? Now, not only is that, are you getting tired, but everything you're doing, you're confused, you feel like it's physically not working, and now there's starting to be a mental shift as well, all right? And once the mental shift starts, you see how powerful it can be for some people, that even out of this gym, they start off so strong until they start falling behind or they start losing or the tides turn, and then mentally they just give up. Well, we have this grip and we're not going to give up. So everything we've done today has required us to be able to scoot our butts. You know, in jiu-jitsu, you got to scoot. Sometimes you maybe have to pick it up. Sometimes you hear it. Sometimes you can walk it. Sometimes you turn it, right? So whether he makes a grip, whether we open it up, whether I open his hand and start to arm drag and he pulls back, because what happens off the arm drag? I get it here, and how is he going to clear the arm drag? Go ahead, clear the arm drag. How do you get your hand back to the arm drag? Guys, if I arm drag right here, you can't. You got to pull your elbow to your hip. You know that. Everybody knows you have to pull. And if I go here, because look, what did I say? I need the 2-on-1 grip. So look, I do like this, because if I grab his knuckles and push, what does his elbow do? His elbow opens, because your wrist only works a certain way. It's like a marionette puppet, right? That's the only time where I feel like you have a little control. But as I start to arm drag, he pulls his elbow back. So he just gives you the grip. You understand? But we had to reach for it. So now I'm going to want to pull like this, and he's going to pull again. I'm going to be able to slide so much that I can lift him. Now that I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure his hips just go a little bit higher than his shoulder. I don't need his shoulder high. If I lift his hip just a little bit higher, it becomes really easy to turn him. Lock him into the position, drop down. This is the first one I showed you. I wasn't meaning to, but I was so hyped off about 4 Red Bulls from this morning. I didn't sleep much last night, guys. Sorry. I have a Red Bull addiction. It's like 6 to 8 a day. So guys, look, I made the grip. You know, maybe he strips. Not super good, like he really wants to strip his grip. So I'm going to arm drag. But now I get my grip on this side. Right? It just is back and forth. It's a game. So look, I want this. I'm just going to go here. I just need him here. Lift, turn, setting down. Lock. This one's here, head tight. Elbows flat down, not wide. Like I do in the little chicken dance, right? We're only at this part. We kind of got stuck. Here, start working to stretch. So now let's talk about finishing. Maybe he's starting to defend. So look, guys, I made this grip. Once I come here, don't just, if you decide to bring your leg over, don't just bring your knee here and squeeze, because his wrist isn't going to have a lot of pressure, and his wrist is down by your ankle, and we're squeezing our knee. If we push this hand down to start to choke, we're just going to take the heel and bring the heel tight, and he can be loose. Pull your hand up. Because he can't circle under, and his arm is too long for him to shrug his shoulder up, because we're on top anyway. Then we can even come in here and just start short arm shoulder, right? Or into the regular. If we make the regular, the elbow Don't just keep it here. Some guys have big necks. You're going to draw the elbow underneath as you choke. So once we're here, finish. One more time. Just reach out, grab his wrist. If you don't know how to do it. If you know how to do it, turn his knuckle. Start to pull it across. When he pulls it back to his hip, just track. Once you get here, pull his arm out. Don't pull back a little. Lay back, lift and turn. Get to position, stretch. Take the position here. Look for your finish. All else fails, leave the collar. You can look for here, or you can look for, you can turn it into the lower arrow by allowing him to run. Then sit. And go back into the choke, right? So the finish is irrelevant. Just getting to the position where we can attack. So we have 3 strong attacks, ending in the same way, starting in the same way, but variants of whether the grip starts here, 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 whether we make it, whether we aren't right. Because remember, over here, remember this game we used to do? Or a little bit more seconds. When you're bored, you know, just kind of do like this, and you go here, and you go to kind of push your hand off with their other hand. You understand right here? And they're going to pull it back. Okay, so then it's arm drag. He goes to push it off, you can go here. He pushes the strip off, you arm drag. He goes to pull it back, we're here. He goes to push the strip off, we arm drag. He pulls it back, we're here. You got to do the drip. You understand? We just get our hands used to moving without us having to think about it. You don't have to train hard, you just have to train smart. This last one's here. Make our grip. Pull. Actually, we did it like this. I pull, track back, turn. Push with the leg and the same arm, like a karate kick. Alright, let's go.